Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Obviously, today's video is a collection slash declutter of all of my bronzers. I'm not doing like my big palettes. Those I'm not in a place in my head where I can make those decisions. So we're just sticking with the smaller bronzer palettes type things and individual bronzers. So yeah, let's just tuck right in. The first one I have here is the e.l.f. Cream Contour Palette. I don't reach for this often, but I like having a drugstore option in my collection. I think it's really helpful to, compare other things with it. In case anyone is curious about how this formula compares to higher end formulas. I've obviously used it. I don't really remember, so I'm going to keep this handy and break it out and try it again. If it wasn't at least pretty good, it wouldn't have stayed in my drawers. So I'm gonna hang on to this and I'll try it soon, and maybe we can do maybe a comparing cream products that are drugstore to higher end products. Maybe, let me know what you think. Next up, we have the One Size Made for Shade Bronze and Sculpt Trio in medium. Because I bought this in the summer, I was a bit tanner. Similar to, oh, hey, look at my mess. Similar to the blush trio, this is super pigmented, a bit fussier to use, but really kind of worth it in my opinion. I like how I like the look I end up with after I'm done. So definitely gonna hang on to the One Size. I also have this warm up bronzer from Undone. I held on to this because I thought it was kind of a neat concept. The bronzers are matte, but there are highlighters in here too. Why can't I open anything? So the mattes are, so like I said, the bronzers are matte and it has these highlighters and they are very pigmented. I don't ever reach for it. Maybe I should put this with the e.l.f. one and try it in the next couple of days. No, I haven't reached for it. This is not what this is about. I haven't reached for it. I'm not going to hang on to it. I will rehome it and it will have a much happier life with someone who appreciates it, because I obviously don't. Next up, we have Heat Spell. It's from House Labs. It's a bronzer and highlighter duo. These are in the shades Kindle and Ember. If you know me, you know what I'm going to say next. I don't like the mix of different face products in one. I do think the bronzer was very nice. The highlight is nice. I just don't reach for this because it annoys me. So I'm going to rehome this as well. As far as the formula goes, though, it's very nice. I don't know if they're still available on Amazon or not, but if they are, they've been on wicked sale. So if you don't mind a twofer, maybe go take a reconnoiter. This is the Jouer Bronze Duo in Sunkissed and Sunset. I love this duo. It's so good. So good. I brought mine with me on the cruise last year and used it, loved it. When we got home, it was smashed to pieces. So I had to repurchase another one. I haven't reached for it much. So if something were to happen to this one, I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm glad I have it and I do love it and use it. And then I have two of the, what are these called? Two of the Hydrating Complexion Trios from Alamar Cosmetics. I have the light and the medium, I believe. I'm wearing the light today. I'm wearing the darkest shade of the light, and I like this. I don't ever use this one, and both of these are bronzers for me. Neither one of them are contours, but I like them a lot. The formula is fantastic. And I have this one for when I am tanner, like in the summertime. Really, really like both of these so much. So these will be staying with me for sure. And then I have this Juvia's Place bronze in the shade medium. I don't love this one. This shade looks pretty nice on me, but this one is a bit more yellow than what I enjoy. So I think I am going to declutter this one as well. This shade is very nice though. I just don't understand why they would pair those two shades together. It's very strange to me, but I don't reach for it, so it's gotta go bye-bye. And then I have this random Z palette that I put in 2 bronzers from Ofra, and there's a highlighter. I've ordered some individual like empty small palettes that will hopefully house these, because I hate them being like this, but I do like the bronzers and I do like that highlighter, so fingers crossed I ordered the right size so I can keep these in my collection. All right, next up we have the Huda Beauty Tantour. I have mine in the shade Light. This puppy is, in my opinion, so good. I have used this over and over and over. I love it. It doesn't lift my set base, you know, foundation, powder, the whole shebang. I really like this a lot. This is staying. Okay, when I know that isn't gonna stay, I grabbed the NYX Wonder Stick, thinking maybe it would be a dupe for the Rare Beauty. And it's fine. I don't think it's a dupe. It is much trickier to blend out than the Rare Beauty. The shade on this is very, very nice, but I do have the Rare Beauty, so I don't think it's worth keeping. It doesn't really serve a purpose because it isn't really a dupe. And the Rare Beauty is very, very nice. Oof, I like it so much. So I'll keep the Rare Beauty and rehome the NYX. Next is the Stack the Odds Sun-Kissed little trio that I got in BoxyCharm. It's a little stack. There's the highlight, blush, and bronzer. This was fine. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad. I'm not reaching for it, so I'm going to rehome it. Next up, we have a Shades by Shan bronzer. This came in a BoxyCharm. I think I've used it once. I haven't reached for it again. I'm not going to. I'll rehome it. Now we have Glowish in the shade 03 Tan Light. I reach for this all the time. I love this bronzer. It's staying with me. Loved it so much. I bought a mini version in 04 Deep Tan for the summertime. Love, love, love this too. I do wish I could get more product in this size. It's perfect for me. I have a lot of bronzers. I don't need a big, huge pan. Next up, I have 2 from Hourglass. This is Radiant Bronze Light. It's a very nice bronzer. Sheeny, but lovely. I reach for it quite a bit. There's a very large dip in the pan. I don't know if there's any way to get it to show up. Oh, kind of there. I use this one a lot. And then I have Diffused Bronze Light. And this time of year works kind of as a bronzer. And when I'm a little bit tanner, it works as a contour. So I really like both of these. And again, there's a very big dip in this. I use them a lot. Next, we have a Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dulce, perhaps. And this is like another, it gives me Hourglass vibes. It's very nice. I don't reach for it often, but I think it's good to have for a comparison to something like the Hourglass bronzer. So I'm hanging on to it. And then we have the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder in the shade Dune. I just recently used this. I have a blush and a highlight as well. I love, love, love this formula. I would seriously like to pick up a few more of these little bronzers, blushes, highlights. They're very, very nice. I like it a lot. This one, obviously I can't speak to any of the other bronzer shades, but this one is very blendable, but also very buildable. I like it a lot. We have a Natasha Denona Bronze in Glow. Pretty sure this is a mini. Yeah, it's a mini. I've used this a bunch. The Glow the Glow is too deep for my skin tone, even in the summertime, so I'm gonna declutter. Next, we have a bronzer in the shade No Limits by LYS. This is one I reach for a lot in the summertime. When I'm very, very tan, this looks really nice on my skin, so hanging on to this one as well. Okay, we have this Sunstruck Marbleized Bronzer in Toasted Bronze from Believe Beauty, which is the Dollar General brand. And this is similar-ish to the Glowish. So I'm gonna hang on to it. It's not a shade I could use now. It's much too dark, but in the summertime, when I'm pretty tan, this could work. And I remember it being very nice. So that's staying. Next up, we have a bronzer duo with Samantha March and Ofra in the shade River. This I'll hang on to. I like it. I mostly reach for it if I'm going for a sheeny bronzer because there is a matte, but you end up kind of getting both of them, which is fine. I like them both, so this will stay. And then in the BoxyCharm store, I grabbed two of these Viseart bronzers. One in a lighter shade, one in a darker shade. This is in VBR01. This is the lighter shade. I like this one a lot, and I suspect I'll use it more this winter. And then we have VBR02, which I can use in the summertime when I'm more tan. Next up, we have my one true love, I swear. It's the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. And this is in the shade Medium 350. I love this bronzer so much, worth every bit of it's like $12. This is so, so, so good. If I had it's so good. I could almost name it a favorite. No, it's definitely a favorite. Yeah, I'm not gonna, it's a favorite. And then I have the Fenty In the Sun bronzer. This works for me if I'm very, very pale. So I do want to get another shade because I really like the formula on this. So perhaps one of these days. We're getting down to the bottom now. I have this NYX matte bronzer in the shade Medium. This was a gift with purchase. I had several of them because I ordered a bunch of NYX stuff. It's very nice. Again, a good shade in the summertime. All right, next up we have this Kissed by Diani from Vesca. Very, very dark bronzer, but in the summertime, this looks so, so good. I used this so much this past summer. I love this bronzer. I have a highlight from them too that I really like, but that's a whole nother video. And the last thing is super new to my collection, and it is the Melt Medium Dark Contour Powder Sculpt Stack. Hey babe, I'm filming. What are you doing?
I want to say hi.
Nice. You guys bringing the beds over?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Is it cold out?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always cold for me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool.
Mm-hmm. When did you get that hippo?
I got it yesterday from Marissa for Christmas.
Mm-hmm. It's early.
That's all right. Now we've got a hippo to go with the song, just like your hippo.
Mm-hmm.
But yours but burpees and mine doesn't. Mine's just cute. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I'll be done in 2 minutes.
Bye.
Okay. I love you.
Love you, bye.
Love you,
I'll
bye.
be at my house.
Okay. Okay, like I was saying, I have this melt stack that I just got, and I did use the medium shades. That's the bronzer, that's the contour, and they both work for me. I don't know about these deeper shades, which is kind of a bummer because I hate to waste product, but we'll wait. And in the summertime, I'll give it a whirl and see, and maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't, but for now, it's staying here. Let me see what the ratio of declutter and keeping is. So it looks like I'm decluttering 7 and keeping 22. That feels pretty good. Considering some of these are like summer shades versus winter shades, I'm okay with that. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Are any of these bronzers ones that you have in love? Do you have any that I don't that I should try? Let me know. I super appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.